Wuhan Port and Shipping Development Group, Mr. Zhou Xunyuan, GM of Wuhan Airport Group, Mr. Xu Bin, Director of Wuhan Municipal Transportation Bureau, Mr. Liu Nanhua, Deputy Director of Wuhan Municipal People's Security Bureau and Director of Traffic Management Bureau, and Mr. Li Yang, Deputy Director of Hubei CDC. First, I would like to give the floor to Mr. Li Yang for the updated numbers. As of midnight of April 14, 2020, the total number of confirmed cases of COVID-19 in Hubei Province was 67,803, including 50,008 in Wuhan, while 17,795 cases in other cities in Hubei Province. As of April 14, 2020, the new case of confirmed infection in Hubei was 0. No imported case was reported in Hubei. The cities outside of Wuhan have maintained no new cases reported for 41 consecutive days. As of yesterday, there still remained 179 patients in hospital, including 24 in severe condition and 33 in critical condition. As of April 14th, the total fatal cases stood at 3,222. The number for yesterday, 1 death in Yichang City. As of April 14, 2020, the cumulative discharge patients reached 64,402, and the number for yesterday was 39 in Wuhan. As of midnight of April 14, 2020, the newly increased asymptomatic cases were 32, none of which developed to the confirmed cases yesterday. 23 asymptomatic patients have been discharged from quarantine, and 619 are still under medical observation. Thank you. Now I would like to give the floor to Mr. Liu Zixing regarding the efforts made by the transportation sector. Friends from the media, good afternoon. Now I would like to give you a brief introduction regarding endeavors made by the transportation sectors to ensure a smooth resumption of work. On January 23rd, Wuhan was in lockdown. The exit from Wuhan and Hubei were halted, and the situation was in an emergency response mode. In that context, we established a matching transportation system to cope with the epidemic prevention and control, and that also ensure a smooth operation for 76 days. First, we have established the transportation guidance and also established a net of linking the logistic centers, the delivery services together. So we have linked the 6 outbound channels together to bring the donations to Hubei Province. So far, we have delivered 9.98 million tons of supplies. And second, we also provide a guarantee to our medics for their commuting to the hospital. So we organize the buses, the taxis, and the shuttle buses to provide the service to the medics from other provinces. And we also provide the service to the food and the daily supply delivery to the people in difficulties in different communities, as well as the medics for their commute in different designated hospitals, including Huoshenzhen and Leishanshan hospitals. And right now, from a static management style to a dynamic management style, right now Wuhan is back to life. Therefore, we also shift our focus from material supply to advance economic and social development. Therefore, we provide different kinds of transportation service, including 4 areas. First, we restore the normal order of public transportation. So based on the a general requirement of the taking measures to maintain the equal focus on pandemic prevention, economic and social reopen, to ensure a safe, order, and stable resumption of work, and also guarantee that the people needed to go to work, they have the public transportation to take. So we first start with the public transportation and then go to the metros or subway, and then we go to the taxis or the ferries. So we have a different stage for different public vehicles. And also the passengers need to scan the code in order to be entitled to take all these services. Second, we also focus on the normal operation of logistics. So to bring back the normal operation of logistics services, we also have a different tailor-made plan for different companies in this regard. And we are also facilitate the resumption of work and production and also help companies to solve their problems. We talk about 80% of the companies above the designated size, as well as all the delivery services. And we right now also see the 100% resumption of the ports, as well as the other logistics services companies. And third, we also focus on bring the unimpeded channels available domestically and internationally. So you can see we have the freight trains available, and also same for the waterway transportation. And we would like to achieve the 100% resumption and 100% unimpeded flow on different available channels of transportation. And regarding the measures, we would like to conduct the 5 implementations, make sure the disinfectants and also the ventilations were all in place. Jingshan Bridge, Wuya, and the other highways constructions will also continue their projects. And also the key waterway projects will also start the construction as well. It's also same for the airway projects. Now the floor is open. Please identify your media affiliation before raising the question. CMG CCTV. So right now it's already 1 week after the restriction lifting in Wuhan. I would like to know the current progress made in Wuhan in terms of transportation, as well as the passengers inside and outside Wuhan city. Thank you for your question. The lifting restrictions on the exits from Wuhan, we have conducted a sound research and focus of the number of people flow in and out Wuhan, and we also have the staged measures. So we first with the railway and then airway, as well as part of the public transportation. So far, besides Beijing, the 3 key train stations plus 17 stations all have departure trains. For the airways, besides Beijing, all other airway routes were all back to normal. And that's also the same situation for the intercity and interprovincial provincial channels. And we talk about the A7 railways back to the normal order, taking up 78%. The tram cars, 2 tram cars, as well as the A3 ferries, also back to the normal operation. From 8th to 14th of April, the number of people totaled 66,000 make their travels. And we have 325,000 people arrived in Wuhan, around 46,000 people per day. And we also handled 336,000 people, which also means the 48,000 people per day. So talk about the a tram car, the ferry, taxis, 5.08 million people in total, or the 730,000 people per day travel by different means of transportation. On 8th and 9th of April, the total number reached peak. Reaching 116,600 people for these 2 days. And right now we see the curve is more flight. And going forward, we will stick to the general principle of preventing imported case and its domestic spread. And we will also work with different authorities to bring back the public transportation function in order to advance the economic and social development. Therefore, we will do the following. First, we will take stringent measures to make sure there is no resurgence of a pandemic. And we will also do the registration, so basically saying that people need to scan their code before taking the transportation. And we also have the people designated for different transportation means to monitor the people's behavior as well as tracking the passengers. For the peak time period, we will also have more head counts available, make sure that all passengers, their body temperatures will be measured, and also the ventilations as well as disinfections will also be practiced. And the people should register their name as well as scan the QR code with their real name. We will also conduct the big data analysis regarding the flow of the population, so that also provide a solid foundation for us to analyze the nature of the population flow, and we will also do a good job to connect different means of transportation through the airway, to the waterway, or to the land transportation. We would like to mobilize all available resources in order to achieve a sound and reasonable arrangement of the public transportation service. Third, we will also have a team to conduct the supervision job, make sure that all the problems we find should be dealt with right away. We will also hold the relevant people accountable. And also talking about the people with a fever or other COVID-19 symptoms, we will also bring them to the designated hospital or the quarantine area, make sure the risk can be contained right away on site without further spreading. The transportation companies should also establish their accountability system. The problem reported by whistleblowers will be revealed by the people in the supervision team, and will also to ask the companies to correct their behavior. With China Daily, a question regarding the express delivery, because they were the key force during the epidemic prevention and control period, especially the lockdown period in Wuhan. Would you please talk more about the arrangement in the future in this sector? Thank you very much for your question, because this is really closely related to people's day-to-day life. So in Wuhan, we take everything and conduct our measures by region, by the level of risks, and also take differentiated scientific base and precise measures to further promote the normal resumption of work and production. 4,468 delivery companies back to work, 95.7% of the resumption rate. 36,237 people in these sectors. 96.7% of the people already back to their post. 2.31 parcels received, waiting for delivery, and 131% of the parcels also received in Wuhan City, waiting for the delivery inside the city. As the stick to the normal plans, in order to further facilitate the operation of the express delivery service, we will do the following. First, we should let people know exactly their roles and responsibilities, and they should conduct every behavior, follow the rules. So the people, the practitioners should wear masks and also follow other preventive measures. Their body temperature should be measured. The vehicles they use or the offices should do the ventilations and the disinfectants. And second, the people that would like to send their parcels or receive the parcel should use their real name, and all the materials should pre-checked. And we should also train the people in this sector, make sure that they perform their job in a safe and well-organized way. So people worried about whether that the parcels actually would carry the virus. Actually, we talk about the parcels actually before you receive them. Actually, that's all contactless delivery, and that's already conducted twice of disinfectant. If you still have that worry, then you can let the delivery man to put the parcel in front of your doorway, and then you can wear masks and use the 75% concentration of alcohol to do the sterilization once again, and then wash your hands. with the paper. Right now, Wuhan reopened to the outside world. My question regarding the 18th International Airport. So, what measures do you have in place to make sure a smooth flow of flights? So regarding the medics, transportation as well as the transportation of medical supplies, actually, the airport play a key role. Would you please talk more in this regard?
好，这个问题请杜雪莹。
我们一方面高度重视运行安全，持续开展抓作风、强三击、守底线的教育，严格按照机场运行安全规范，加强机场场道、灯光、导航。
Thank you very much. On the one hand, we attach great importance make sure everything goes in a very safe manner.
在有特殊保障转向常态化运行的过程中
So the practice should subject to the guidelines. And we also emphasize that we should have the emergency plan in place.
另一方面呢，高度重视防疫安全，不因解除封闭通道而解除防疫。
So during the epidemic prevention and control period, the total number of flights actually in a quite low level, but that doesn't mean that we should slacken up our efforts in terms of the epidemic containment as well as provide a safe service. According to CAC's newly issued guidelines, that we should do a good job in protecting our people's life safety as well as doing a good job in the public area sterilization and ventilation. On the other hand, we should also focus on preventing imported cases as well as domestic spreading. Yesterday marks a first full week of normal operation.
特别要介绍的是呢，为了保障旅客的健康，根据疫情防控的要求，我们在旅客乘机的过程中，
So far, we have seen everything goes in a very smooth way, and also in the international airport, we can see the
旅客所使用的手推行李车也实行一使用一消
in a well-organized manner.
对安检人员的手套。
The passengers, they should first scan their code and take the measured their body temperatures, and then they are allowed to enter the terminal buildings.
旅客登机以后，航空公司也有相关的
And for
防疫措
the
施。因此呢，
thermometers as well as
目前
the
趁机出行是安全
other
的，
public
我们也欢迎广大
materials or
旅
the
客
items
放心的
will also
乘坐民航班机。
be
再
sterilized
次呢，也提醒广大旅客在
after
乘机
each
的过
time
程中
of
要全程佩戴口罩，
usage. And also for the whole terminal buildings, we also conduct twice per day a large scale of
刚才记
sterilization.
者朋友也
So
提
people
到
do not need to
在
worry
疫情防控期间，
about
天河
taking
机场
flights.
努力的做好援韩医疗队的和运送保障和防疫物资的运
So of
输。
course, people need to be careful about the enough social distancing and also
从1
protect
月23
themselves
号
by wearing masks
武汉机
and
场
other
暂停了商业
necessary
运行。
protective
根
measures.
据这个防控工作的需要呢，我们承担了繁重的应急救援、防疫保运以及重大包机的保障工作，
On January 23rd, the
成为
commercial
防疫
purpose
保运的另一
operation
个
were
重
on
要的战
halt.
场。一是全力以赴的做好
But we
医护
also
人
shoulder
员驰援湖北
another
武汉的运输
heavy
保障。
tasks, which
1月
was
24号
to
除夕之夜，
transfer
第一
and
班
guarantee a good transportation of our medical personnel and the medical
机场
supplies.
共保障医疗包机300余架次。
Start from January 24th. To February 25th, more than 300 chartered flights with 39,000 medical personnel arrived in Wuhan. And second, we would like to do in a faster manner to bring the badly needed materials to Wuhan.
提供免费参与、赠送纪念品，为英雄返程提供暖心服务，真诚表达湖北人民、武汉人民的感恩感激之情。谢谢。
好，接着提问。
您好，中国交通广播记者。我的问题呢，主要关注到市民的出行。随着复工复产的开展，路面上的车辆也是越来越多。那对此，公安交管部门采取了哪些措施保障路面行车的畅通？包括对咱们市民出行。
Question regarding the work made by the public security and what do you have in place to guarantee a smooth public transportation? Thank you for your questions. First of all, I would like to take this opportunity to express our heartfelt thanks to all the people in Wuhan for your understanding about the work. And that is also a great contribution made by the Wuhan people. And because of their behavior, right now, the epidemic with Wuhan as the epicenter has contained. So right now, we have around 2.048 million cars on the vehicles, which is 80% of the previous level. So far, we have seen a very good, sound, orderly manner about the public transportation on road. The Public Security Bureau will also tighten our efforts on 2 fronts with 10 measures in order to facilitate the resumption of work production and also further advance the economic and social development. We also rely on the advanced technology to help us analyze the flow of the road capacity in order to optimize the transportation as well as traffic flow on road. And we also will adjust the travel lights, make sure that the ring roads, the expressways, the bridges, transportation, as well as tunnels, all operate in a very smooth manner. And regarding the shopping malls, as well as other key public areas, we will also organize in a very smooth parking environment, and also for the illegal behaviors that will also under our watch. And we will also bring the traffic personnel into the companies, and we will also give the supervision to different companies to find the risks or the potential risks at the early stage. And we also conduct different kind of campaign to improve our capabilities, and we also emphasize our efforts in the rural areas, make sure less or the fewer accidents happen on road. And for the illegal behavior or the driving under the influence or the drunk driving or the fake plate will also be our key focus. For the traffic around the subway stations, and also the key public transportations will also be our focus. And we will also work with 85 key projects in Wuhan to make sure that we have a good plan in place to facilitate their cars or the trucks can have an unimpeded transportation channel to get to the operation or the project sites. And we will also issue the certificate to all these trucks, make sure they can provide the point-to-point transportation service. And we will also issue the guidance to the public. We not encourage the unnecessary outdoor activities. And we also work on the emergency response plan, make sure we have enough people as the backup team. And we should also improve our skill size to deal with any emergency situation. And we also should tighten our supervision. And once again, we talk about we opened the Wuhan to the outside door, but that doesn't mean that we loosen our prevention and control measures. And we also urge people to behave themselves and also to conduct a safe manner in the taking or driving their own cars, which is very necessary to secure a final victory in fighting against COVID-19. Hubei Daily. So we talk of people in Wuhan found that they maybe need to pay for the penalties, or they need to pay for the vehicle inspections. Therefore, we have the services available online, and people can do the affairs online, or we also have some of the affairs that are also allowed to defer, make sure all the services should not suspended. Right now we have around 100,000 deals has been finished online, as also surpassing the level in 2019. So this e-administration were welcomed by the people in Wuhan. So we talk about this is the vehicle management service, and you can book appointment ahead of a time through WeChat or the apps. In order to facilitate and also let people know exactly what kind of the services we have online, so the people can use the 12123 hotline or the apps or the WeChat official account to do the services, so they can apply for the temporary plate or exchange their plate. To apply and get their delivering the license, to get their certificate for the car inspection. Or extended the period of getting the driving license, or supplied their ID card information, and also supply their photos for the driving ID. And second, for the some vehicle management services that have to deal with offline, then this also allowed people to get their new driving license or the certificate, and then they can apply the information or the paperwork later on. And we also established 3 stations for people to do the self-service management. So far, we have around 1,336 services dealt in these self-helping machines. We talk about this kind of self-helping vehicle administration office actually can do around 13 businesses. So they can get their inspection mark or the change or update their personal contact information, and also get the driving license. And we also provide the door-to-door service for the individuals and companies can get access to this kind of service. And we also conduct 216 vehicle management affairs for the medics. So we went to the hospitals directly. So going forward, if any companies have this kind of service needed, we will also provide that direct service to them. So all in all, we have multiple ways for you to get your vehicle-related business done. So anything that you can do online, please go online. But if you still need to go to the offline office, please book appointment ahead of time via the official apps or the official web page. My question regarding the Wuhan Port and the Shipping Development Group. So what kind of role do you play in order to stabilize international supply chain? Thank you for your question, especially your interest and support in the further development of Wuhan Port and Shipment Development Company. And we actually have a quite strong advantage in linking the whole world, so that we also have a quite competitive advantage. First, so we'd like to leverage the role played by China-EU freight trains to further linking the world together. On March 28th, the first China-EU train restarted from Wuhan. And right now we have signed 390 standard the TEU to the outside world, and that's basically for the key industries in Wuhan regarding the auto parts for Dongfeng Company, as well as the screening and also the other technologies, equipment. So basically, a lot of our destinations is the European companies, the European countries. And we also import the optic, electronics materials and other materials from the European countries to Wuhan, and they will be arrived in Wuhan by the end of this week. And I would like to mention one thing is, in order to help the European countries to fight against COVID-19, we also help our clients to send a lot of materials to send the material to European countries. And this week we also will have a train heading to Belarus by sending the materials to them, to the Belarus. And a lot of these supplies actually produced by our local manufacturers. So we talk about the ports in our companies. Back to the normal operation, 88% of our employees also back to work. The handling capacity in our port also got back to the 95% of the normal capacity. And that play a key role in delivering the home appliance, the optical fiber, the cable, the key material for making masks, the car parts, and we also achieved a fast inflow and outflow of all these materials. Since April 8th, 10 kinds of trains departed from Wuhan, sending 100,000 TEU. From waterway to railway, and we send the crude oil and also the chemical the products to the other provinces. And rice, the fertilizer, and to Shanghai and the Xiangyang, Yichang, Jingmen needed the material for resumption of worker production will also transport through our ports. The vital role played by the Wuhan will back to the normal track. With Hubei TV. So what measures do you take in terms of preventing the imported cases and its domestic spreading? And we talk about there maybe have some emergence public health accident. What kind of the measures do you have in order to deal with all these emergency cases? Thank you for your question. We have taken the following 5 measures. First, we reopened our transportation services by different stages, by different regions, and by different level of risks. Right now, because this has already become an international pandemic, we not fully reopened all the transportation services. Right now, we talk about international flights, the interprovincial expressways, not available yet, in order to lower the risk of imported case from the source. And second, we required the passengers to register their information by using their real name and also scanned the code by taking the public transportation. Therefore, the passengers' information are available and traceable. And we also have the emergency plan to deal with the passenger with the height, body temperature. Based on the requirement of preventing cross-infection, we will also report the abnormal cases in order to facilitate the mass prevention and control endeavors. And we also have the information system available in place to make sure that the passengers in the airways or the roadways or the train, the railways, the information will be seamlessly available in the channels, and we will also have the emergency plan to evacuate the people as soon as possible if the emergency case happened. And we also have the index in place regarding the further prevent the spreading of COVID-19. So we will earnestly follow the guidance and also keep people in the enough social distancing in order to avoid the cluster infection or the cross infection. And for the means of public transportation, for example, the railways, the ferries, the buses will all have the on-board designated personnel. So to monitor the passengers to scan the code and also measure the passengers' body temperature, as well as provide the needed service in order to maintain a order manner on board. And we also conduct the disinfectants as well as ventilations for different transportation vehicles, and we also will follow the technical requirements to perform our work on the ventilation as well as the disinfectants for the public vehicles. So the public vehicles will be sterilized and ventilated after each service. Some measures to help the passengers evacuate if the emergency case happened, and for some measures that's the good experience or the good practice we have sum up during the epidemic prevention control period. After the outbreak of coronavirus, we will further optimize and streamline the whole process and roll out to the full network of public transportation. Last question for today. It's Yangtze River Cloud. We talk many times that the passengers should scan the QR code and their body temperature should be monitored. We know right now we have quite a big flow of a population in the railway station or the airport. How we can better protect our people to prevent from the cross infections. We talk about these kind of stations. Yes, there are quite large population of the public gatherings. Therefore, we should strengthen our efforts to prevent the cluster infections. That is also our key job to do. Therefore, we have 3 measures in place. First, regarding the entrance, the waiting halls, as well as ticket rooms, we have the designated people to monitor the passengers, make sure they keep enough social distancing. And we also have the personnel on site to conduct ventilation as well as the sterilization work. Make sure we provide a safe and a clean environment for our passengers. And we also have the notice board available in the different areas of the stations, and we're also through the different multi-channels to educate our passengers to find the sterilized or the sanitizers available, so they do not need to bring their own sterilizer or the sanitizers. Thank you all the speakers and our journalists. That's for today's press conference.